Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ready, black 22.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get your swarm on. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 7-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here we're going to 54. Right in.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Going to 53.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass.
47. 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
It's second and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shit, shit.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, line in. Here we go, going to 54, line in.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to wind up, and this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check, check, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They run. It's Gurley. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Wide, get wide.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam, slam, slam. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line 26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Cooper was the target there.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, G. 36, 36.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Easy. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch one. I'm coming.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down. Check 83, ball going to 83.
Easy.
So nice number 1, nice number 1. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Let's see what you got. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch me. Go to 54. Go to 54.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 81 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Hey, defense, let's go. Shift, screen, triple T. Wait. Where's that up?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston stays on his feet. And Winston lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and long for Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby. Here we go. Go right in. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right in. 26.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set the tone, D. Set the tone.
We're going to 54. Right in.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the safety.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill. 47.
Draw play, Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Bucs 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Slam, slam. Shoot. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We're going to 53. We're going to 54.
Now Dak on the option left. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Go to 54. Go to 54.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. From just shy of midfield, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Let's go, baby. 26.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come to my world. Easy. 25 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
Who's that?
2nd and 5 now. Winston. And Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as he... Guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Hey, watch it.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the slip.
37-yard line.
What? Go. Mike Ward.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
54. Brilliant. 47.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. We go 47. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch guys.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Man, move it. You got to get that.
Oh, 2nd and 10. Hundley throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
This is Elliott, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Kill. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play